Bourbon and a Baby.
Hello, welcome to Bourbon and a Baby. My name is Jay. Max is not going to be joining us today because Max is currently upstairs in his room playing with all of his toys. And today is another exciting review. It's another episode of Drink Ohio Bourbon because I'm going to be reviewing Whiskey War Barrel Proof. So Whiskey War Barrel Proof, while I guess not technically an Ohio bourbon because it was not distilled in Ohio, but it is sourced and blended by an Ohio distillery, High Bank Distillery in Columbus, Ohio. High Bank does a lot of really good stuff. They are currently also making their own bourbon, High Bank Bourbon, that they have been laying to rest in barrels, but it has not yet reached the age or the flavor profile that they're looking for, so they haven't released it yet. But I feel like they're getting really, really close to hitting that spot, so I think we should be seeing that coming out sooner rather than later. This particular bottle comes in at 58.25% ABV or 116.5 proof, so that's exciting. And what they do is they blend a high rye bourbon and a rye together to get this proprietary mash bill blend that they use for this. So it is more of like a boo rye, so it's not technically a bourbon. They say when all said and done, it's about 80% rye. So you're definitely going to get a lot more of those typical rye flavors from this than you would if you were looking for just a regular bourbon. And as I mentioned, High Bank Distillery is in Columbus, Ohio. They actually have 2 locations. They just opened a second one this past year. Their main location is downtown area, and their second one, I believe, I probably should have looked this up, but I believe is in the Gahanna area. Don't quote me on that. Future Jay will add the correction somewhere on the screen if that's wrong. Their master distiller and one of the owners is a guy by the name of Adam Hines. I've had the pleasure of talking to Adam briefly before. I've interviewed him for the channel before. But yeah, it's they do a really great job of blending together what they source, and that gives me a lot of confidence that when their bourbon does come out, that it will be good. So, all right, let's give this a nose. There is a lot going on here. Right up front, just a lot of like brown sugar. And like almost a little bit of molasses. You can definitely kind of smell that spiciness from the rye. There's some oakiness coming through. Now I don't think that these are not age stated, and I don't think that they have come out and said how old this is, but I don't think what they're putting in here is like super old, much older than 4 years. But yeah, still getting some oak, and there's like almost like a crispiness coming off, like a crispy ripe fruit coming off here. Pretty interesting nose. All right, let's give this a taste. Cheers. First drink of the day, and that's a beast of a first drink. But wow, I mean, it just packs so much flavor. There's so many different things going on just in that one sip alone. It does, and maybe probably because it was my first drink, it did start off with just like this spice kick to the face. Really got that spicy black pepper and rye and oak right in the front, and then it kind of mellows down. I get a lot of caramel on the finish, and it lingers, and it's warm. It gives you that nice Ohio hug on that first sip. Let me get a second sip here. Now that I'll be more ready for it. Yeah, so again, spicy up front, oak, real oak forward. Surprisingly, a lot how much oak I'm getting off of this, because again, I don't think it's super aged. Spicy, black pepper, rye. Then as it kind of goes down, that's where it starts to mellow, smooth out. You get some caramel, you get some brown sugar. Yeah, this is good. In October of 2021, so a little over a year ago, I had this for the first time at the first annual Ohio Craft Whiskey Festival. And of all the different things I tried there, and I sampled a lot of different whiskeys there, this stole the show for me. This was my favorite, and that's no knock on any of the other stuff I had. Like, I had some great pours from other places, and this wowed me then, and it's wowing me again now. It's just so complex. It's so well done, and it's hot. Again, that 116.5 proof definitely shows through, but it's not like overwhelmingly hot, so it's approachable. After that first sip, you might need to brace yourself for that first sip. Yeah, I'm gonna read kind of what they say here on their little tasting card. They say that it's a rye heavy mash bill that starts sweet on the front of your palate and ends with a hint of pepper. An overall smooth and sweet experience. I would disagree. I think for me that's backwards. I think it starts spicy, ends sweet. As I drink this, this runs about $49 to $50, which I think in today's market is a great value for a barrel proof release, especially from a small craft distillery. So I think it's definitely worth the buy. Now, as far as I know, this is only distributed in Ohio, and their footprint, even in Ohio, is relatively small. So you might not be able to get this everywhere throughout the state. But if you're in Ohio, especially if you're in central Ohio area, I know just recently, within the last 6 months, it's become available in my area, which is Northwest. So maybe they are starting to get it out there more. But if you are in Ohio, this is a definite, I think, a must buy. I think if you like ryes, if you like barrel proof bourbons or whiskeys, this is a must buy. Again, at $50 for a barrel strength product is a pretty good value in today's market. They did win in 2021 the San Francisco World Spirits competition. They won Best Blended Whiskey, which is pretty cool for them. Again, you can say what you want about spirits competitions, but it's a pretty good honor, and I know they've won a lot of other double golds and stuff like that for this product and some of their other stuff that they release. So definitely check it out. If you happen to be in Columbus, go by the distillery. I haven't been to the newer one, but the older one I have had dinner at, and they had some good food as well, so it was a nice experience. So definitely keep an eye on High Bank. They're doing some great stuff there, and I can't wait for the product that they're distilling to hit the shelves as well. All right, well, thanks a lot for watching today. Remember, you can always follow Max and myself on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're at Bourbon and a Baby on all those platforms. If you don't mind, give us a thumbs up on this video. Give us a follow, subscribe to us. That would help us out a lot as we are marching towards 1,000. We're over halfway there, so please help us get there. That would be greatly appreciated. You can also buy Bourbon and Baby merchandise at our shop on Spreadshirt. I'll throw that link in the description below as well. So thanks again for watching. Make whiskey, not war. It is a spice bomb, let me tell you. Whew. And as I like to do, I'm going to add about an ounce of this to my Bourbon and the Baby Infinity bottle. I'm going to just free pour it.